Alright, what is up, Transformer fans? This is the video review of Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Deluxe Class Soundwave. Here he is in his vehicle mode. This is a Predator drone. Unfortunately, it is not accurate to a Predator drone, but it does come across as very cool. I'll go ahead and discuss the differences between this and a normal Predator drone. Normal Predator drones are propeller driven, and the top fins here are on the bottom. So this would be mirrored. These would be down here. But other than that, he looks very cool, very menacing. I think for Soundwave, this works. The changes they made make him look just 10 times better. This looks so eerie and so creepy. But for those of you who are wondering, it is not an accurate representation of a Predator drone. It has been modified just a bit. But all that aside, he's a very nice kind of a grayish blue. As you can see, that color dominates the entire surface. The only things, other than the grayish blue, you have this nice kind of light purple here in pieces and bits all over the vehicle mode here on the front and on the sides, and a bit on the wings as well. He has a lot of black detailing mixed in there as well on the undercarriage here, some between in the wing gaps and his flaps right here. Even the big dorsal fins right back here are, in fact, this black color. But other than that, he is mostly blue. And I'll go ahead and we can take a look at Laserbeak. He does come with Laserbeak. He is the accessory with Soundwave. What you want to do is you want to just grab right here and pop him, and he comes off the bottom. We'll get into more how he incorporates into the Soundwave himself in robot mode. But Laserbeak, when you pop him off, he is a bit like this. And what you want to do is these fins don't move, but you want to take this and rotate this up. And that was weird. It did it. These are individually articulated, but when I pulled it like that, both of them moved. So that's kind of neat. I didn't know it did that. Learn something new every day, I suppose. Then you just kind of angle the wings, and there you have a little Laserbeak, and you can fly around and be Laserbeak. So that's that. And then just to incorporate him back, you just want to plug him in here on the bottom. And then you take the wings and you just kind of push him up here. And there he is back on Soundwave's chest. So, he does have landing gear. And it doesn't roll, but it flips down here. You can see the little wheel. And then Laserbeak, there are nubs right around where Laserbeak plugs in. And that works as the rear landing gear. So if you want him to stand there. But if you don't, the landing gear, you just push it up in there. And then in order to, I'm going to go ahead and focus. In order to get it back out, there's this little nub right there. You just grab that and push, and it flips the wheel right out. But anyway, transformation for Soundwave is fairly simple. What you want to do first is you want to take the wings here, and they untab from the sides of the vehicle. And just put them back like so. Then you want to take them, and while we're working with the wings, we might as well finish them. You want to take them, and they untab, and they angle out to the side like that. So again, on this side, they untab from in there, and they just rotate out to the side like that. Then what you want to do is you want to take these pieces here, and I'm going to try to get his waist out of the way here. Excuse me for altering. But you want to take these pieces, you want to click them up into place like so. You just got to kind of work them up and around, and they tab into place right there. Now I'll put all this back the way it was. Then we can focus on his arms now. What you want to do is you want to rotate this. Then you come underneath here, and if it'll focus for me, you can see there's a little peg. You just want to pop this peg. I moved the camera, I'm sorry. Pop this peg, and then out swings his hand. And again, on this side, we'll rotate the arm down. Just get your finger in there, pop this out, and swing the hand out. Then you take the wing here, and there's a little peg. You just want to untab it, and then straighten the arm out like so. Once again, untab, and straighten the arm out like so. Then for the legs, you want to come down here, and you want to split the whole front of the drone. So now you've got this little number going on here. And you want to straighten out the thighs. They were kind of slightly bent, and you just kind of want to straighten them out. Then you're going to chicken leg him. So I'm going to move this leg out of the way so you can see adequately what I'm doing here. They are like this. You just want to kind of bend it back like that to chicken leg him. And now you want to take this front section here, and it rotates like so, and then this whole section swings up and clicks into place. Then this piece here swings back. Now you can grab this piece, which will become his foot, and swing it down. Now this knee guard can flip down, and here is one leg. And I'll go ahead and do that again on this side over here so you can see it again. What you want to do is, I'll do it slightly differently, just so it's not redundant. You want to take this piece here, and you want to flip it up, and you can see it kind of, that tooth locks in there, like so. You want to take this piece, and it rotates up, and then it clicks into place. Take this piece, swing it down to make the heel. This piece, swing it down to make the foot. Then you chicken leg him as you just bend forward and bend back. Take the knee guard and flip it down. And then for a final touch before we reveal his head, you want to take this waist piece here, and it hunches forward slightly, just to give him a little bit of a hunched look, just like Starscream. Go ahead and just straighten out the body here. And then, last but not least, we got to do his head. And I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. You just want to take this section here, this back section, and it flips up. And as soon as you do that, the head flips out. And you just take this thruster and click it into place. And here in robot mode, Soundwave shines with accuracy. This is almost spot on to his character model from the show, aside from a couple minor kibble problems, but that is to be expected from a transforming toy. Let us go into those real quick. As you can see, he has a bit of nose kibble from his jet mode, and then the wings back here are also protruding. I do not believe, if they're even there in the show, they're definitely not as pronounced. However, I think the wings give him a bit more of a cool silhouette. It definitely harkens to the jet mode instead of just this lanky robot. It gives him a little bit of vehicle kibble that definitely shows he turns into something. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get a real close look at his face, because that is where Soundwave definitely has a good aspect of this toy. It is so well designed, and I'm sorry for shaking the camera, but it's so sensitive. Focus. There you see his face sculpt. It just looks so accurate to the show. That very nice black visor. You just literally could not be any better. Now, Repro Labels did in fact make a sticker set. If you do not like the face sculpt and the black faceplate, you can buy a Repro Label set. Now, it does come with the Voyager Megatron as well, but the Soundwave and Megatron sticker set comes with many faces, probably 4, if I'm not mistaken, that you can put over that visor to give him a little more personality. Anyway, we'll go ahead and look at Laserbeak here in his chest mode. I keep zooming in and out, and I apologize for that, but I want to keep putting him back into frame. As you can see here, Laserbeak is incorporated into his chest mode very well. You can barely tell he is there, and in order to pull him out, you just want to... It's going to be hard to do this with one hand, so I'm going to set the camera back down, move Soundwave back, then you want to just grab here again and wiggle slightly, and Laserbeak just pops right out. And even now, without Laserbeak in there, the chest looks so accurate and so detailed. It is detailed, but it is also accurate to how he looks in the show when he ejects Laserbeak. He's got that little hollow chest area right there, and you can see all the detail molded inside of there that really makes his figure shine in the vehicle, or in the robot mode, rather. And once again, you just want to turn Laserbeak into his little bird, and you notice here there's a peg. Soundwave's hand actually does have a hole, and if you want, you can peg Laserbeak right here into his hand, and he can perch on Soundwave's hand, or if you want, you can actually turn him and flip his wings back, and now Laserbeak is a claw weapon. So there's that. And there's a couple different configurations. You could even turn him into the bird and just have him as a blade, which I don't know how you would do that. You'd probably do it like this. But the way I usually use Laserbeak as a weapon is if I rotate his wings like so, and now he is just a big, beefy claw that Soundwave can use. But if you're not a fan of that, you can have Laserbeak in the robot mode, and you can redo the scene from Generation 1 with Soundwave of Laserbeak perched on Soundwave's arm, giving information. So, you can do that if you wish. But we'll go ahead and put Laserbeak back in his proper position on Soundwave's chest, like so. Just flip him up, peg him into place. Alright, there is that. Alright, now we'll do posability. Soundwave upper body is pretty posable, actually. He has a full rotational, kind of a ball joint. It does not swivel, it doesn't turn to the side very well. The best you can hope for is just kind of rocking his head back and forth like he's going, uh-huh, yeah, yeah. He's shaking his head back and forth. But no, if you want him to look to the side, you're going to have to tilt the head in that type of configuration. But he can look up and down, and even there's a swivel in there from Transformation where you can kind of raise his head and lower his head depending on what mood he's in. So that's that. And then shoulder-wise, he does have a full 360 swivel. It is limited because it is sitting at an angle like so. So if you're rotating his arms, it's going to not be straight, but it does work. And he does also have this this swivel joint incorporated from the Transformation. Now his elbow here, or his lower shoulder rather, is on a ball joint, but it doesn't swing out. But it does swing in, forward. It is very posable. And then at the lower shoulder right there, he does have a swivel joint that rotates 360 degrees. Now this is the elbow, and it has a full, about 90-degree rotation there. I'm sorry, you're not seeing that. It does have a full... Whoops! I just ripped Soundwave's arm off. That's not good. Fixed right back. It does have a full 90-degree elbow right there. And then if you want to incorporate this joint from Transformation as well, you can incorporate that joint as well. So, you can rock the chest up and down like so due to that Transformation joint. And he also does have a full 360 waist swivel there. His thigh is a full ball joint, which is limited because of the way the torso, or the lower torso rather, is designed. But he does have this thigh swivel right there that does help with that. His knees are restricted due to the way they are chicken-legged, and once again, it's getting in the way. But if you want, you can, in fact, use this to your advantage to get a knee bend or even a broken leg look. But you can straighten and use this joint in many ways. And the foot rotates all the way around. It even goes a little further back if you want him to look like he's stepping forward. But most of all, it is a very good joint, and it helps a lot with his posability. So that's jointage, and posability on Soundwave. Go ahead and finish up the review by comparing him to his, well, kind of master. Here he is with the Decepticon Lord Starscream, or Commander Starscream, depending on how you look at it. But there they are. You can see Soundwave in the show is the same height as Starscream. Here he's just about a head shorter, which is fine because Soundwave is tall and lanky, but Starscream is even taller and lankier. And the Predator drone is a smaller aircraft, so it would stand to reason that Soundwave would be just a little bit smaller than Starscream. But anyway, that is Soundwave. This is my only Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise figure that I own. It is the only one I plan to own unless something changes or I find a good one on sale. I might pick up Wheeljack. That's really the only other one that I've played with that I enjoy. However, I do recommend Soundwave 100%. He's such a good figure. Looks so much like he does in the show. And if you're going to get one Prid Deluxe figure, in my opinion, it should be Soundwave. Anyway, thank you for viewing this video, and goodbye.